Assalamu alaikum everyone. So we're continuing our coverage of the National Chess Championship that was held in Gilgit-Baltistan. We've reached round number 4, and the game we'll be analyzing today is between National Master Junaid Sohail, who is 18 years old and one of is Pakistan's youngest national master. Well, not really. I don't know. That's There's is a debate going on between two players, but okay. Junaid had the white pieces, and Mr. Ihtishamul Haq, who came fifth in the nationals, was playing the black pieces. So this game was considered to be one of the best games that was played throughout the round, and it showcases Junaid's great calculating ability and what a beast he is over the board. And in the future years to come, hopefully he'll bring honor to both the nation and to us chess players as well. Now the game begins with the move d4. We have d5, c4, and knight f6. Now knight f6 is a move that is not played at the highest level, simply because of the reason that after c captures d4, knight captures d4, we have the move e4, and after knight captures f6, knight f6, we have knight c3, and now you just have great central control. You have a piece out. Black has one piece out and no central pawns in this position. Okay, white continued with knight to f3 instead of e4, and we have g6, e4 now, and knight to f6. Now this position reminds me a lot of my own preparation in the Sicilian delayed Alpin variation, and this is just a better version of that position, which already is pretty nice for white. So that game goes with e4, c5, knight f3, g6, c3, bishop g7, d4, c captures d, c captures d, and knight f5. And now the main difference between this position and the position we've reached on the board, on the board right here, is that okay, this position and this position is that in the position we have over the board, black has not played knight to knight to bishop to g7. He has the d. He doesn't have the d pawn instead of the c pawn, which is another big weakness, which we'll be seeing in the end game, and it's white to move as well. So something like let's say bishop to e2, which you normally play over here, and I'd say white. Oh, sorry, something like knight to c3 probably is better over here. Yes, so something like that would greatly favor white, and now you can tell us from the way this position is going to unfold itself is that black's lost a lot of tempo, and is going to be having a lot of problems within the middle game. Now, okay, knight to c3, protecting this pawn, and developing bishop to g7, bishop e2, as you usually do in these sort of setups, castles, and h3. h3 is a very important move. Usually because when you develop your bishop over here to e3, you want to be mindful of the fact that the knight can jump over here, and also that in some cases the bishop can also eye the g4 square, trying to trade off over here and create a weakness over here. So h3 is a very important move. c6 was played. C6 in my opinion is a bit slow. Okay, it does guard from the d5 square, but c5 in my opinion would have been much better, because after d capture c5, even though you're down a pawn, you get to trade off the queens. This pawn isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and you're gonna be picking that up as black. And okay, you can't really play this move to defend this pawn, because you have this threat right here, and you can't protect this pawn. So in my opinion, this would have been a better move, transposing into some lines in the Sicilian defense. But okay, c6 was played. We have bishop to e3 as told before, knight b d7, and now we enter into a new game. There are no games in the database that I have which have this position. Now queen to d2, obviously multi-purpose move, trying to bring the rook to the d file probably. In some lines play this move, rook to e8, and e5. A very well timed e5. You have to vary of when to play e5 and when not to play e5 in these lines, and playing e5 right here is the best move. Knight d5, knight captures d5, c captures d5, and okay, there's an open c file, and okay, maybe black has managed to consolidate his position. But obviously you won't be playing this e6 move anytime soon, because that just locks in your bishop right here. So you want to first bring out your bishop and then play with the move e6. Castles, knight to b6. Instead of knight to b6, probably f6 was a better move, because okay, you can't just play e6 because knight b6 just wins this pawn, and okay, f6 also poses practical problems for white as well, because black is just threatening to take over here, and just break open the center. Obviously, you can play the move bishop over here, but then you just run into this move, which stops both this. You can't take over here as well, because that just opens up the e file. And okay, there are and you're asking white a lot of tough questions in this position, I believe. But okay, this move was not played, and instead we had the move knight to b6, obviously trying to aim for this c4 square right here. Therefore, b3 was played. b3. Okay, bishop goes out to f5. We have g4. Bishop goes back. And okay, this is a very nice move right here, which is noteworthy, which is like, I'd like to show you guys as well, is that you can't just simply play over here because of this move. You go over here and you simply take over here. And if king takes, you have this move. So this just showcases the amount of calculation that's going into these positions, right? This bishop is lost. You can't move this bishop anywhere. And this pawn is going to be lost soon. If you open up this file, this rook is directly eyeing the king, and white will be winning this game in style. So instead, we have bishop going back to d7. We have knight to e1, a multi-purpose move. Obviously, you're trying to eye your knight over here and then here in some lines, or probably here for a kingside attack as well, controlling this e6 square, sorry. And okay, we have f5, striking in the center, striking in the flank, I guess, trying to question whether these pawns are overextended or not. And the answer is no, they're not overextended. So we have knight to d3, f captures g4, h captures g4, and bishop to c6. Trying to, perhaps do something. We have bishop to g5, stopping e6 for the moment. Knight to d7, f4, just threatening to open up the position with f5 and generating a huge kingside play. Perhaps okay, a few moves are required to bring in the last piece in the attack, but as of now, f5 remains to be a big threat. So h6 was played, bishop h4, queen b6. Finally, you're bringing out your pieces. Queen to e3, stopping the threat of taking over here, and also this queen to b6 move also perhaps set up some tactics in the future if you play f5 with this move. So queen e3, we have e6 finally, putting a stop to this f5 idea, and a4. a4 just takes up space in the queen side. So you're playing on both sides of the board, which in my opinion is a sign of a great player. Okay, a6, and you're just attacking the piece, attacking the queen again, gaining up more space. And over here, you can't simply just take this pawn. Taking this pawn just loses on the spot to this move, and you just lose the queen. So yeah, you can't take the pawn. So queen goes back, and we have b4. Rook f8, preparing to perhaps push this, I guess, because I don't know. So it's a move. So knight to c5, obviously showcasing a beautiful knight on the square and also attacking the e6 pawn. So obviously you trade takes, and now you're going to be playing on this backward b pawn right here. Queen goes to f7. We have rook a b1, rook a e8, rook b2, king h8, bishop d3, attacking another weakness, I guess, as well as perhaps maybe doing this in some lines. If you say the rook comes over here, you triple up on the b file, so this could be a move as well. King g8, and now Black has played two consecutive king moves. Okay, if I were given this position, I'd probably blender it, knowing that okay, I have a good position, but I see no way to break through. But Junaid does, which is what's great about him. So rook to g2, like I said, playing on both sides of the board. Bishop b5, bishop captures b5. Bishop b5, in my opinion, was an totally unnecessary move. But picture this: you're getting kind of worried. There's this new kid on the board, and it's a very important game for you in the tournament. And okay, bishop b5 was played. Bishop captures b5, a captures b5, and now this is a weakness. Okay, this is also a weakness, but let's see what happens. Queen d3, immediately targeting white's weakness. Probably we have g5, and now g5 gives up another pawn. Takes, 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 all forced, and here. Now if white wants to like not give up this pawn, he has to trade this as well. So, and now this move is played. Now this move was obviously played because you're gonna be you gobbling up this pawn soon. So this move is pretty important. Here, here, here. King goes up, and now it's up to you guys to find the winning move. I mean, a lot of things win over here, but in an end game you have to be precise. The move c6 was played, and black resigned. The reason he resigned was because after takes, there's nothing stopping this pawn from promoting and winning. So yeah, kudos to Junaid for finding a way to convert his advantage, and a relatively clean game. Now, with that being said, I'd like to, first of all, formally congratulate Junaid for, getting second in the National Chess Championship, securing his National Master title, and to, wishing him best of luck and for future successes. That is it for today. If you guys have any other games, I am running out of games to analyze. So if you guys have more games for me to analyze, do send them to me. You guys have my number. And that is it, I guess. Take care. See you next time.